Hey everybody, Adam Savage, and I am in Los Angeles at Prop Store where we are covering some more movie memorabilia goodness with Chuck. How are you?
Good to see you, Adam.
Really good to see you.
I'm super excited about this. This is like my favorite show.
This is your baby too. You went on set, Chuck, with the specific
My dream.
provision to find cool stuff.
Yes, I had about a day and a half, and I went through everything that they had on set, and I picked these items for the auction.
Okay, wait a second. I just want to go back to this. Like, you show up where they're filming The Boys,
Yes.
which is a show you already love.
I love.
And you have total access to look everywhere?
Yes.
I can't, I mean, I often get a lot of deep access, but not that deep.
Yes, it was very quick though. I had to go department by department by department in a few hours, and we made all the decisions about what it was, but they allowed us to take some amazing stuff. Now, stuff did get saved for archives as well.
Sure.
So we work hand in hand with Sony Archives on this, but we can see some of the great pieces that people can now take home.
So before we get to the pieces, I want to ask, how unique is that kind of really deep relationship with the studio about the collection? It sounds like the studio is being a lot more forward-thinking than they often do.
Well, I mean, I think they trust us. They know that we know collectors and we know what, they don't think of things like paper things, like posters. It's like, yeah, we can print up 20 of those things and who cares about those? But we're like, no, that was the poster that was on the wall in the Hall of the Seven. It's like, people really want that. We have to save it. So, I put my collector hat on, and I think that's why they invite me in, because like we think completely different than a production that's there to make a TV show.
Right. You're helping the studio with the next stage of it. Okay, talk to me about this first piece here. We've got one of Soldier Boy's shields.
Yes. So the fact that we have Soldier Boy's shield, Soldier Boy came back, longtime superhero, one of the very first soups, makes it through the present day, sort of reawakens, and you've got this classic sort of 1940s looking shield, as if he had been alive all this time and took it with him. And it's not real metal, although it does look that way, but this is, I believe, the resin version of it.
It is spectacular. I'm seeing so many different painting techniques, but again, it feels very much like, it feels very 1940s. Its thickness feels very authentic, kind of an old superhero aesthetic. It's like a reimagining of an alternate universe superhero, right?
Yes, it is harkening back to those early days of the superhero, that we might have known from comic books.
May I lift it?
Yeah, please do. But I think every generation, and you'll see Soldier Boy's costume evolves. There's sort of a 1940s version, there's a 1980s version.
Right.
Sort of he continues to evolve as he is part of Payback and other, has other sort of moments throughout the show.
And this isn't the only shield you have in this auction.
No, and I was thrilled that they allowed us to offer multiple different versions. So these, a little bit more distressed and a different material.
Dude, yeah, so this one is actually super flexible rubber, much more flexible. Again, this is much better for stunt actors when they're falling on stuff. It's not gonna damage them. But I love the paint treatment here, the damage.
I mean, you can see this one's been through a few battles, I think.
Is this Homelander?
It looks like Homelander just like kind of...
Yeah, exactly. Terrifying.
Zoom through that one.
It also narratively makes it clear, like, it barely made it through whatever this is.
Yes.
And there's even another one, right? There's like more.
Yep, we have another one here too. This is a slightly, I guess it's, before it gets all that damage, kind of an in-between version. Yeah.
And again, for a scene in which there's a progression, you got to make an object for each part of it.
Exactly. And this one also a rubber version of this one too. But
all three of these are amazing pieces.
Yes.
Okay, we also have some weapons, and we're going to get to some really weird stuff in a little bit. But we've got some weapons here. I laughed when I touched this.
Yes, don't worry, it is rubber.
It is super flexible rubber. It does not look like that at all.
It does not look like that. The patina on this and the shine on it just is pretty amazing. So I thought at first it was a real one too. We're not allowed to sell the real ones, but this one being rubber, this is one that we can pass along to the fans.
It is absolutely gorgeous. I gotta say, that finish sells to my eyes right here in the room. And it's totally harmless.
No, don't do that. But
sorry.
And I just love the little accent on the end. Sort of ties into the eagle that's on here. So part of Soldier Boy's costume.
It's fantastic. Those kinds of high-end, nice gloss and really featureless matte finishes, both very non-trivial, very hard to do right.
For a television show, this was done at the highest quality.
It's really, really clear. And I mean, especially. Talk to me about this piece.
So this is Queen Maeve's sword. Looks like, sort of tells to the origins of Queen Maeve, probably coming from some mythology. but also not.
a urethane rubber blade.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that either. Again, I looked at it and I go, oh, that's got to be.
Honestly, metallic paints have brought us so much in the modern world. This is, again, it is absolutely soft rubber, and yet it sells 100% here.
But the paint job, nice gold accents, leather wrapped handle. It just looks pretty fantastic.
It really does. Oh my gosh. Do you have more than one of these guys?
I believe there are only two. One went to archives and one is in the auction. So one lucky person will get Queen Maeve's sword.
That's crazy.
That is amazing, though.
Okay.
Yes.
I want to move on to this.
Yes.
This is, as soon as I saw this, I was like, oh, we got to cover this.
Yeah,
this is an
I got
amazing
the benefit of going to the prosthetics house and again, choosing from this. Because when I think of the boys, what you think of is there's a little bit of gore, but the amazing prosthetics. And
the amazing prosthetics and the deep, amazing narrative body horror that they engender.
Yes, and when I saw this one, this stood out as the prosthetic of all.
So this is the deep.
This is the deep, right back there, yes.
There he is. And is this the scene made, is this the prosthetic made for the scene? Is it made for a specific scene or is it a general deep prosthetic?
No, I think, well, he did not wear this because it is a little bit thicker. This was made for the scene where fingers are inserted inside of his gills. And I think we all cringed, just like you are right now.
No, I was so shocked to sympathize with the character because he's a terrible human being.
he got what was coming to him in some ways.
Did.
But they made this amazing prosthetic to go with it. And in the back, there are these little tubes that they could fill with air to pump up his gills. Yeah, because these are supposed to be real working gills.
So may I actually touch a little bit?
Yes, please.
Oh my God.
There's
space for your fingers in here.
There it is. It's a foam body, and then there's a silicone exterior that they've mounted to that with tubes inside to control the gills.
There's punched hair, which again, there's no uncanny valley here. It looks like someone's just carved a human chest off, and it's. I'm witnessing it here.
Yes.
There's no one. God, it's really upsetting.
And I think it did get a little bit more play because they have him showing him on his back in the bed, and I believe you get to see the same chest prosthetic for that as well.
Oh my gosh, that is just an amazing piece of body horror.
I think so.
Are is this maybe one of your favorite pieces?
It is one of my favorite pieces, but the other things that I got to see that day in the prosthetics house blew my mind. Some of those you can see online at propstore.com because we can't show them here.
Oh, there's some stuff, right. Yeah. There's some stuff we're not covering in this just because it would really be not
cool. But it is so boys. Yeah. That is what's so great about it, is every episode they try to outdo themselves. And when we saw this one really topped it off for me.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anyone on the set of The Boys going, nah, that's going a little too far.
Yeah, no, I don't think they have that person.
All right, let's move on to some more prosthetics.
Yes. Yes.
Can we start with the arm?
You can start with the arm.
Okay. Whose arm is this? And this is a horrifying thing that happened to it.
This is Hughie's arm.
Okay, yes. When it gets broken.
Yes, Hughie breaks his arm, and so they had to make a realistic prosthetic. I obviously tie his real arm behind his back, and he would wear this. But please, I would say, pick it up and play with it, and just see how amazing the action is in this thing. I mean,
wow.
I couldn't believe yes, a soft prosthetic on the outside, but just the mechanisms inside.
It also feels very, it weighs about as much as a human arm would weigh. And then here's where the break happens, right? And it's,
you just sold that, yeah.
Oh, wow. Maybe we could put in a little like.
I feel like it even got like blue, just like, somebody's,
wow.
It got bruised when you did that. But yeah, no, it was an amazing prosthetic as well, so. Sorry for out there. If you can't take this, turn it off right now. But I thought this, again, the marvels of prosthetics, what they do on the show, this was a fantastic example, and kudos to the people that created it.
I mean, and there's like also little hair punched on this. The paint job is...
And it's like the knuckles are even white.
The knuckles are,
It's like it's clenched, and you can see the veins, everything was just well done on this thing.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
All right. So you can have your own Hughie arm, which you can break ritually anytime you want. All right, let's move on.
Well, let's talk about some of the Deep's friends. So we'll go to the softer side of prosthetics, so to speak. And we've got one of also gruesome in its own way. We have Timothy. And so Timothy was the Deep's, I guess, first aquatic friend that we are introduced to at the dining room table. And the horror of that is that Homelander, again, spoiler here, makes him eat Timothy as a show of loyalty.
This is horrifying.
This is horrifying, and just the thought that you are forced to eat your best friend.
An intelligent being that you have a relationship with.
Yes.
Now, I'm assuming that is a largely CG character.
It is, but for the practical effect of actually eating, and you can see there's a little bit of weight to this one too. Wow. It actually feels like that. Yeah. The tentacles, obviously were probably CG'd at some point, but this one was used where the actor had to bite into Timothy. And so this went into the actor's mouth, potentially.
That is so
That's what it was designed for. But nice, the paint job on it, nice airbrush paint job to it. And like I said, there's a weight to it, almost like it's
gorgeous. Yeah.
It's a real octopus.
Oh my God. Okay, and then
this was the other character, Ambrosius.
The other octopus.
The other one, a little larger. Ambrosius.
Ambrosius, right.
Ambrosius, which was a lover of the deep up until, I think it was episode 407, where they have a parting of the ways. But our Ambrosius is in the tank behind the closet, and they have relations, so for many.
The Boys is a very strange show.
Well, I mean, the deep, is a little different than you and I.
So is this, again, was this used in a scene, or is it a color reference for CG?
I believe that it may have been used in a scene and then CG'd up.
I see.
It would be my guess, because a lot of that is CG that you see in the tank, but there are some points where they bring the actual octopus directly out. Yes, and then you can see where they may have moved the leg. So I believe it was a practical, and they love to use the practical effects in The Boys, and I think that's what's different than some other shows that rely so much on CG. You can see here they rely a lot on the practical first, and then CG it up, so to speak.
When you are moving through a set and selecting pieces like this, do you sometimes get a response of like, why do you want that weird crap? And in response, do you have to tell them a narrative about why these pieces work?
Yes, yeah. It is a little bit of an education as to that. And sometimes it's a negotiation as well. It's like, we really kind of wanted to keep that. Why do you think we should let this go? And so there's a little bit of like this, I think fans are really going to want this because of this. And they almost find that it's more important to the fans than what they might use. And I think they have to look at it from the perspective, are we potentially going to reuse this in the future? Yeah. Is this important for archives? There's a lot of decisions, but we have that conversation back and forth about what I get to choose and what I don't. And I love that because, and especially being a fan, I can give them an immediate answer as to, this is why it's going to resonate with fans.
I would guess also, being a fan and being so knowledgeable about the industry, that the various departments that you visit like it when you come by, because you recognize all of their work.
Oh yes, yes, I can appreciate their work probably more than others. So it's great, but it's also sometimes a sad time because it's the end of it, and I don't get to see what's next. But I like to tell them it's going to go to a good home. We're going to make sure that we make use of it. I don't want these key things to go into a dumpster. I want them, people like yourself and the fans out there to be able to appreciate these for years to come.
And keep those stories coming. There's a ton more Boys stuff in this auction. And we will include a link in the description for all the other stuff: costumes, amazing pieces, bits of memorabilia, in-universe, ex-universe. Chuck, thank you so much.
Thank you for talking Boys with me.
I am so jealous about that day and a half you got going through all the departments. That sounds like a real fantasy camp, man.
It'll stay in my mind forever.
Incredible. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.